Howdy there. Come on down and join me at my favorite former gulag. I'll tell you what Golden Squad has gotten themselves into this time. And I realize that will make a whole lot more sense about midway through this episode. This actually might be one of my favorite episodes. I put a lot of challenges in front of the squad this time, and watched as they struggle to deal with them and come up with some downright wacky solutions to the problems. I hope it's as fun for you guys to listen to as it was for us to record. I'll keep it short this time since this episode is a little bit longer and my in-game recap was pretty good. Okay, so we left off. You guys had infiltrated the FSB and SCS. You guys got in pretty much unscathed. You guys had actions. Tomislav has 1, Jade has 1, Callum has 1, Edward has 2, and Zack has 2. Actions left. Where you guys are currently at, Zack is currently meeting with the head of the FSB, Putin, talking about selling or giving services to FSB that Cooper Corp currently has. Standing outside initially was Callum and the Mountain. They got into a quick punching match, and to show his respect, the Mountain is now drinking Putin's vodka in his office. Callum did notice that there was a red safe in the office near where the vodka is stashed. Yeah, like office safe, I guess is a good way to put it. Edward and Jade explored the third floor where they met a psychic and a portal maker, dimensional traveler. I don't know what to call that person, but they saw some interesting things in the research division of the FSB. They had a specific lab set up. They were able to sneak by with Tomislav's help. I think that's about it. We're going to go back to Putin's conversation with Zack. Okay.
What a weird statement.
Oh no.
Real good.
So Putin...
He's serving tea.
No, vodka. Someone comes in, like a little messenger. He gives him a note. He reads it, hands it back to him, and then he looks at you and he says, there's something more we need to discuss.
Okay.
How exactly did you get here?
Oh, I flew here.
On what plane?
One of my private planes.
Why do we have no record of this plane?
Why would you have a record of this plane? Wait. Can we take a pause for a second? Like, we did come in on a private plane, right?
A stealth plane.
Yeah, we like payload dropped in, so
Yeah.
he doesn't have any record of us entering his nation, as it were.
Correct.
Oh, and he's supposed to have record of everything coming in and going. Yeah.
Well, that's something Jeff failed at. I feel like.
Jeff. Thanks,
So,
Jeff.
Remember, your actions are like retconny actions. So if you want to go back and fix this, that is an action, and you can totally pay it.
I feel like you could talk your way out of this situation. Be like, you're a famous guy. You have your own tech, and your whereabouts are proprietary knowledge.
You'd rather be incognito.
Just keep in mind, that's still breaking the law.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how
you
above the
illegally-
law is this corporate entity? I don't know. Is he Tony Stark level above the law? Because Tony's above the
Still
law.
Putin's land. You know what I mean?
Well, he's not the president. He's the king. So you could try to bluff, and you could say that, like, because Putin's not president, he's just head of the KGB. So maybe you got special permission from the president of Russia to make up some fudge like that.
I don't think.
I feel like they would have ties.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, they'd clearly be something they'd find out later was not true, but you might work for the rest of the day. I don't know. I'm spitballing here. It doesn't even have to go that way.
How many retcons do we have left?
As a group, you have 4, 5, 6, 7.
I have 2. And this is one flying animal.
You could just bet on rolling deception really well.
I don't. No matter the deception, it's one of those things he's going to look into.
Yeah, it's a deception that won't last forever. It's the only downside. But I mean, depends on how much we value our retcons.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
It doesn't seem like a bad use for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jeff. I feel like Jeff should have already had all of the paperwork taken care of.
No, yeah, I mean, that's okay. He just didn't consider that we were going to do this as part of our plan. Like, he couldn't have foreseen this. We dropped in stealth, so. This isn't on Jeff. This is on us.
I mean, didn't he? It was his mission that he put
I mean,
us
we
on.
can we say it's on Jeff anyway, so none of us have to take the blame?
Let's just blame this unknown entity. We call
No, we
Jeff.
definitely don't, because Putin does not like Fi. If he finds out
Oh, yeah.
we're working with Fi, then
No, I'm not talking about talking to Putin. I'm talking about Jeff should have already had it figured out, not.
I think so. It doesn't make sense for Jeff to know what we were getting ourselves into. Like, he was setting us up with Tomislav, but then we decided to do this thing where we're parading around in the flesh. I'm like, here is Zack, right? So it's not really on Jeff. So
We can say it.
But
is.
getting us into the country was on Jeff.
He should have chartered a flight and made it public knowledge.
no, we
Yeah.
we went stealth. So this is a unique. I guess the only retcon we could do here is, so say we're planning this, like we were saying, the how they do in that one movie. That's what this session's for, right? So we would
Ocean's
have
11.
master planned this. Yeah, the Ocean's 11. We would have master planned this to have some record of us like showing up. So we would have like faked records that we flew in.
In the situation, because Zack specifically is flying in as his own entity, as his corporate face.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me and you need it, Callum.
Yeah, because I, as your bodyguard, would have paperwork.
Yeah, so our paperwork needs to be registered on flight. So
Actually, there is an argument to be had. We did technically have paperwork last time because I had to show paperwork to the guard. Can we retcon that my retcon included this paperwork?
not that you took the flight though. We didn't like stage any
I know.
information.
We didn't talk about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we need to retcon this one.
All right. So Zack down to 1.
Yeah.
Okay. So you are getting some paperwork put together that you took some flight.
So the full retcon being that this has been officially sanctioned by Zack's company. Callum and Zack have all the documents, passports needed to enter the country and be present at this meeting that was scheduled by one of Zack's assistants.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So that includes us, like, yeah, there's record of us landing at the airport or whatever. Or I guess we could have technically actually done that. Separate from the
Maybe
group.
instead of we separate where they meet us in Russia.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Putin gets the piece of paper. He goes, okay, and sends the intern or whatever away. The messenger, I'll just call him. He says, I've been getting some odd reports. There's going to be an increase in security around us. There's been some odd activity nearby. There'll be a few more guards up here. There's nothing to worry about.
Why are you telling me this, Putin? I feel worried.
Yeah, he's telling you that there's going to be a few extra guards near your... Because your conference room is glass windowed. So he doesn't want you to be worried that there's going to be more guards.
Okay.
Okay. All right, now we're going to go to Jade and Edward. You guys just left the research lab on the 3rd floor. What was your plan from here? Yeah, if you recall, the 3 potential locations that Tomislav scouted for you were 3rd floor, that you'd never been on before. You just were there. The 6th floor, there's a vault, and the office that Callum is currently in.
Okay.
Do we want to check out the safe? I guess we want to get the red box, but that's not something that we know about yet, right?
Can you remind me what was on that note last time, Luke?
The note? Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, the don't touch red.
Yeah.
It's in this world most robust. I cannot tell you who to trust, for it will. The whole thing? I wanted to read the whole thing because I thought it was a beautiful poem, but that's fine.
I'll take the whole thing too.
No,
fun.
it's over now. We'll continue.
Well, you started
Only
in the
one.
middle, so I was...
No, I want the whole thing now.
Wait, that was the middle?
Yeah. There's one.
Where? What?
Before that.
Oh my jeez. I'm blind. I didn't scroll up far enough. Travel down the path foretold and find your crystal friend controlled. To the place where nations die, escape the depths by taking to the sky. In this world most robust, I cannot tell you who to trust, for it will turn the world to dust. You may trust the rook or knight, use their help to win the fight. Choose to fight or choose unseen. To survive, beware the queen. She may seem the toughest of foes, but in his mind, she also knows. When eyes open and chapters close, we'll find out who are friends and who are foes. You will not hear from me again. To know these words entombs my end. P.S. Red stuff, stay away. I will actually say, I just reading that over again in this moment, I have noticed a few things that I'm like reading into it a little bit more. The very interesting thing is specifically using their help to win the fight, and then the queen knows something that the telepath is aware of. So maybe
I see it's the telepath is the queen, and his mind, right, is someone that she has insight into. That's what I'm thinking.
See, I was thinking, man, you're making me think something different now. I had it in my head that, like, she knew where, was it Greg or Gary? Who's the crystal guy?
Gabe.
Gabe. I was like, neither.
Because
I don't
it's
think
basically...
you've ever met him, so you can call him Gary.
Gabe, yeah, we've met Gabe.
No, Callum hasn't.
I haven't.
Gary?
Find the crystal friend controlled to the place where nations die. Escape the depths by taking to the sky. So maybe it's a sky fortress. Maybe this is a what do they call the helicarrier? You know? Maybe there's a super prison in the sky.
Maybe.
Travel down the path foretold. What is our path foretold? What did our intelligence say about where Gabe was?
This is gathering intelligence. You don't have anything.
Okay.
We have that.
Well, that's not very helpful.
We have nothing.
Yeah.
So wait, okay, so rereading that note, where is Jade and Edward now?
They are on the 3rd floor stairwell, deciding what to do next. The other location that Tomislav pointed out was the 6th floor vault, or they could come up to the 8th floor. That's another choice. Or they could just leave. It's up to them.
So
We could check out the vault. I do have sleight of hand, although that might get us caught.
well, if the vault's red, I guess we're not going in there.
Well, I think the red box is what I had found in that cabinet.
It might not be the only thing that's red, though. There might be more than one thing that's red.
Could be.
Why don't we go to the 6th floor, and then from there we can continue up and meet up with our other team?
I'm good with that.
Something.
Attempt to. I'm currently engaged with the mountain, and Zack is with Putin.
Yeah. Well, we'll go to the 6th floor. We'll just start there.
See, I imagine this flash scene of like Zack in like a stressful meeting with Putin, and then Callum next door doing shots in his office. One more, friend. Yes. Comrade, yes.
It's a good thing Callum went through college, because I would think that his like alcohol resistance is pretty high. But not like Russian high, but like, you know, recent college graduate.
Russian.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so up to the 6th floor is your plan?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay. The stairwell's clear, but as you go up, Tomislav's radio goes off, requesting him to go to the 8th floor.
Oh.
Your translator says this.
But we need him. He translates.
He says this is standard when visitors come. Continue on. Try not to talk to anybody.
Well, remember, Edward, you now have knowledge of the whole language, so you can.
I speak bad Russian.
You can translate a lot of stuff that's written.
Okay.
You just speak it really poorly.
Yeah.
You guys have an action from Tomislav that you can use as well. A retcon action. You can collectively decide when that gets to use. Tomislav splits off from you to go up to the 8th floor. So Jade and Edward, use your badge to go into the 6th floor. Roll stealth.
Well, that wasn't a good roll. Total of 11.
Total of 21.
as you walk through the door, there's a guard just like walking by doing a patrol route. He stops you as you come in, and he you can hear through your translator. He says, "Identification."
Take out
So
my
we
identity.
show him our identification, hand it to him.
Yeah.
I believe this is the identification that just your if I'm remembering correctly was what was copied, or did we have Tommy get them actual cards?
No, you're all good. All we did was copy the RFID
Yeah.
so they would scan. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, I guess that's a good question. Do we have we
Cool,
have
cool.
legit IDs for this floor or no?
Yeah, your IDs work for this floor, and the badges they're actual badges from other people, but you've printed a copy of your face on top of it.
Okay, watch it turn out to be this guy or something like that.
Yeah.
You're not me.
He looks at the badge for a second, looks at on the back, flips it over, hands it back to you, goes, "What's your business on this floor?" Specifically, Edward.
Do I know if I my ID would show that I outrank this guy, or like I could tell him would I have confidence that I could say it's no concern of yours or something like that and be okay with it?
Decide whether or not rank is something that you could tell on a badge.
I mean, yeah. If I have the right to be here and he's just a guard, but I'm a person who has reason to be here, it's like.
Does your badge say MVP?
I'm just gonna say it's. I could just say it is classified. It's or secret or whatever the right term for the the Russian dude is. It's like
Okay, we'll do a deception roll for it, because you're
Okay.
gonna do a deception roll anyway for your talking.
deception's not my best.
Lie to him.
You want me to do that now, Luke?
Yeah.
That is a 12. Total of a 12.
Okay, he says, "Come with me."
Where are we going?
Are you gonna say that?
Do we just beat him up?
No, we'll go with him.
Okay.
I don't know if this is a good idea or not. but I
you
don't
could
know.
ask him. I mean,
If you're gonna talk, you're gonna do another roll.
Oh, deception or something like that.
'cause you just talked through your deception just now, so
Anytime you talk, yeah, you have to roll because you don't speak Russian well.
I'll ask him where we're going. I'm going to risk it.
Okay.
Rolling a deception again. That is a 13.
He looks a little bit confused about what you said.
Mm-hmm.
He says, I think you mean, where are we going? And the answer is, we're going to go check in with some of our operatives about your ID.
Do we just knock him out now?
How many people are around?
Just him around.
Any obvious places we could store an unconscious person if we had to?
Is there a broom closet?
There are doors. It looks like there's like offices. It looks like they're office doors near the stairwell, but their doors are closed for the most part. You don't really hear anything down the hallway, and there's no other people. But the doors are for the most part closed.
Okay. Any cameras?
Yes, there is a camera facing the door that you just came in. You are likely still on the camera, but a few steps to the left or right, and you'd be off of it.
Okay. This is not desirable.
so we're not on comms. We're not supposed to say anything, or this is all happening.
You can hear Edward's side of this conversation, but you don't know what.
Okay, so I'm not gonna try to provide any input.
We could knock him out, and I could teleport him into one of the rooms that are locked or something, if I can see inside of it.
The doors do not have windows,
Oh darn!
but it doesn't mean they're locked either. So I mean, they might be just unlocked. You haven't tried.
That's true. I don't think that we should go get double checked. That's what I think.
Yeah, I think I'm with you on this one. We can wait for our moment here, and I guess we both one or both of us have sleeping stuff on us.
Yes, you do. You took it with you.
How long does that knock a person out for?
Game mechanics would say a minute, but
Oh,
we can give you the powerful nerve agent, whatever that knocks people out for more than 5 hours or something like that. That's probably fine.
okay.
I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah, not a single combat level of unconscious. 'Cause if you're unconscious, that goes away in 1 minute when you're in combat. But it wouldn't make sense for something like sleeping gas to wear off that quickly. So if you're going to use sleeping gas on him or sleeping dart on him. That will say lasts the rest of this session.
Okay.
Provided it hits him and everything.
Cool.
Well, hopefully it would hit him. We're standing right next to him. Just jab it in his neck.
All right, so then Jade is the plan to walk a little bit with him and then
dart him. Yeah,
Okay,
that
you
sounds
have
good.
1 sleeping dart and 2 sleeping gas canisters.
Probably do the sleeping dart.
Yeah.
Oh, you have sedatives. Yeah, you got sedatives specifically for that. So we'll just say the sedatives. You can use some of your sedatives on him and pair that with the sleeping dart, so it actually makes sense mechanic wise.
Let's do it.
Okay, who's gonna attack this person?
Whichever one of us has the better attack roll for it.
What are we using?
So you're going to stab into his neck, so like a melee. Is that the?
Well, I'll throw the dart or whatever if that works better. I mean, whatever my higher attack roll is. Which one of us is better between the two of us at either one?
Jade.
Okay. On you, Jade. My rolls haven't been too hot anyways.
Okay, so I'm gonna walk with him for a little bit,
Yeah, you guys are following him down the hallway.
and then when he's not looking, I'm gonna sneak and stab him
As gently as possible.
Okay.
stealthily as possible.
He says, "Follow me. We're going to be going down this hallway to the left." And he starts walking that way. He keeps an eye on you for a minute, and then he turns around to lead. And that's when you're going to try to stab him?
Well, out of view of the camera.
Yes. It's only like 2 steps until you're out of view.
Yeah.
So, okay. Roll an armed attack. Unless you're going to throw it.
Okay. 11 total.
That was with your fighting?
Oh, no.
Yeah. I rolled an 8.
We're not doing too
Have
good.
luck if you want to try again.
This might be a good time to use it.
Sure. I'll try again.
Okay.
I got worse.
You still have more luck if you want to do again. You have 3.
Can you use them that way? I didn't know you could.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's try it. Okay, 16, 17, 18, 19 total.
Okay. Jab it clean into his neck. He tries to turn around, but passes out before he can grab his radio to call it in. So you're standing in the middle of this hallway. Closed doors on one side of it, empty wall on the other. Guard's body next to you guys. What's next?
We want to drag him into a room.
Yeah, maybe listen at the door real quick to make sure, best chance we have to see if we can hear anything on the other side. But
All right, make a perception roll. Whoever's gonna check. I guess you both can check.
Oh my god, my rolls are terrible. I got 9, 4, 9, 10, 11, 12,
Okay.
13.
that was a natural 20, so that helped. That's a total of a 27.
All right. You hear absolutely nothing in this office.
Okay, we open it up.
It is locked.
How is it locked?
It has an office style deadbolt, like a little. It's not as good as a normal deadbolt, but
Jade, you're a thief. You can pick this, right?
Yeah, I got sleight of hand.
you do.
I'll roll for that. Try to pick the lock and get into this room as soon as we can. I got 16.
Total.
Yeah.
Yeah. You pick the lock. It opens.
I lift his arms and you lift his legs, Edward.
It is an office. It has what you'd expect from a FSB. I don't know what you'd expect in an FSB office, but it has a desk, computer, some files in it. There's a few personal touches, but not much. It's pretty bare bones. It looks like maybe the person who has this office just recently moved into it. There's a window to the outside, but it's opaque, so you can't see what's out there.
Any cameras in it?
There's no cameras in it. The locking mechanism that it has can be locked both with the key and from the inside. I'm not gonna have you roll again to lock it, but you're good to be able to lock it from the outside, even without the key.
Okay.
So you grab the legs, I'll grab the arms, and we'll haul him in there.
Put him in. We'll tie him to a chair if we can.
Doesn't Jade have the strength to just carry that man like a sweet baby?
Probably.
cradled under her arms.
I think so. Isn't your? I think you have like 5 strength or something.
That's true. I am very strong.
No, you only have. Oh, you have 2 strength, but your ability adds more. You have 5. Yeah. How much is that? Oh, cool. Almost a ton. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you
Well,
could
it sounds like
easily
Jade
carry-
doesn't really need my help.
I'll just
Put him.
throw him over my shoulder and
up to the ceiling.
plop him
Like he's a
plop
little
him
baby.
on the chair. hide him in the roof ceiling.
Yeah. You break into the office and put him in the ceiling.
No, I think we can just tie him to a chair and gag him and whatnot.
Okay.
Okay.
There are some like computer cables that you could use.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're like cables or cords or cut the cords off of lamps or whatever. Anything we can do to make makeshift bindings and a makeshift gag. Is it a rolly chair or is it a stationary chair?
It is a rolly chair.
Okay, we don't want them rolling around into stuff.
You
so
put a keyboard cable in that rolling chair and immediately stops. Doesn't
Yeah.
roll anymore.
exactly. I was gonna say, or we take all the wheels off.
I was putting something more realistic out there, but that's okay.
But
I
we'll
wouldn't even
tie
put
it.
him in the chair. Just leave him on the floor.
I was saying make him slumped over at the desk, make it look like he fell asleep at work or something.
I don't want to deal with him when he wakes up. Like
There
you
is
know.
no window into the office, so unless someone comes in, no one's gonna find him. Or he.
Oh, that's
wakes
right.
up.
But if he wakes up and he is free to roam about, he'll call it in before
Yeah.
we're out.
Yeah. So I'm assuming you're also going to use sedatives to keep him out for the duration. Here. We'll say you have 1.5 days of sedatives left. This guy's conked for the rest of your session. Heading back out into the hallway, I'm assuming you guys are leaving. You notice there's some Russian characters on the wall guiding you towards destinations.
Oh, Russian lettering. Got it.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like there were some, NPCs on the wall
Yeah.
pointing around at things.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Some Cyrillic lettering on the wall. Since your translator does not work for typed things,
But I understand bad Russian.
you do. Roll for it.
Okay, what's the check that I'm rolling here?
Intellect?
Okay, my intellect is 8. Do I just add a +8? Is that how that works?
Really 8?
Yeah, it's 8.
Yeah, it was good for you.
Sure. Yeah.
One smart cookie.
That is a total of a 15.
Okay. So there are 2 signs. One very obviously says vault,
Okay.
and it points to the right, the same direction the guard was taking you. The other one says what you think is goose.
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 Just picture this
Okay.
big old goose like sitting
got
in the
it.
middle of a room.
We got
In
Maverick's wingman down here.
In fact, if you'd like, I can post what you see.
Yes, we would like that very much.
See, now, if you type it in, you're like, it's really tempting for me to copy
Yeah.
that and put it in
Oh,
Google
feel free.
Translate.
Google Translate will tell you goose. So
Okay. I thought you were putting in something do we have have we heard any other reference to goose so far in our time
Okay.
here?
this is roll bay. I gave you goose because of your roll. So
Okay.
hint, hint. That is not actually what's on the wall.
Yeah, I gathered that. It doesn't say goose, but
So I mean, what I posted is not actually what's written on the wall.
got it. Okay. I'm having trouble reading the lettering. So it's like
Wait,
all right,
I have a question. How specifically does Edward's power work? If he was to say rip that
oh yeah,
signage
if I
off
were
the
to
wall,
just go touch it, I should be able to read it. Yeah, I go touch it.
No,
Oh,
I mean, is it like
doesn't
written? No.
It has to be written on paper for you.
Okay. Well, I take out one of my books and I copy the lettering exactly and scribble it.
out as goose.
No, I could just write the shape of a letter correct.
Take a
It is-
charcoal impression.
I've gone over the complexities of how this would work.
Okay.
I think it has to be. This is the only way that this power makes sense to me. Otherwise, it might be like abused. It has to be written with the person understanding what it means. So
Okay. The person who wrote it.
In that way,
Fair
as
enough, fair
they
enough.
spelled their words, right?
What?
Oh, I was just thinking about how his power kind of works like magic, right? People spelled the words of intention onto a paper, and he deciphers that.
So because this is a sign and not paper, fair enough.
Yeah.
Darn.
Continuing on, the sign for vault points to the right. The sign for what you think is goose also points to the right. You know,
Time to go to the goose vault.
What something that is similar to what the word is that is not the right word. It took me a long time to figure that out. Because what do you type in when you're like, hey, I want to look up what
words that are similar in Russian to this, but not quite the
only
same.
in spelling. I want it to be spelled similar to this other word. So it's like it's not a homophone. I'm like, what is that called? Similar spelling. I don't care if it sounds the same.
Mm-hmm.
There probably is a word like homophone, but there probably is a word for
I
that
bet
for
you there
spelling.
is too. Yeah. I just didn't know what to type, but I found it. I found it for this one. So yeah, you see goose and you see vault, and they both point the same direction. The direction the guard was leading you.
Well, I guess we were gonna go to the vault. I'm kind of curious what goose is, but
I mean, they're in the same direction, so
Maybe you'll find out.
maybe we'll run into it.
maybe it is a great big goose.
So I guess we head in that direction.
It's Putin. Putin's the goose.
Of course. There's,
Goose.
Maverick. You turn the corner. There are signs up ahead to the left and to the right. You see the vault split off to the left and the goose split off to the right. As you approach, you notice that the vault is actually like right around that corner. It's not like down a hallway or anything. It's just right there. It is not red, so that's one thing. But the goose door, which is directly opposite, is red. And it's labeled goose, or what you think is goose, and the other one is labeled vault.
Well, okay, that one's red, so we're not going to go there.
Not curious anymore.
I'm still dying. No, I'm dying to know what it says, but
There is a camera facing the vault door as well.
Okay. Well, Edward, should we disable the camera and try to get into the vault?
I mean, is anybody guarding the vault? Is there like a key swipe that we could use to get in?
It has a badge reader and a keypad on it.
So we have a badge, but we don't necessarily know a password or something like that.
Correct.
I don't like that the camera's pointed at it. If we just disable the camera, though, isn't that going to also cause attention to be alerted to us?
Yeah, Tomislav let you know that if any of the cameras go down, guards usually come within the first 2 or 3 minutes.
Take out your cell phone, record like a 5-second loop, and then hold it up in front of the camera, and then, boom.
You're drinking vodka, man.
I don't know if we have a solution for this. Like, unless unless you're able to just teleport us to the other side.
Is there windows?
You have to see where you're going? Is that the rule?
Is there windows into the vault?
No. There are windows outside the vault that look outside. So beside the vault, you can see outside to the other buildings across the street.
I mean, there's no way that they would just leave a window into a vault room, right? Like, it's not like we could teleport outside and then see the window into the vault room and teleport in.
You don't know.
Did we do any recon that would indicate, like, did we walk around the building? Did we remember if on this side of the 6th floor there was a window?
There appears to be windows on all sides of the building. The recon was not specific enough about where.
Yeah, we didn't even know where the vaults or anything were. Now that you knew where the vault was, I feel like you could maybe exit the building and try that strategy.
Yeah, I don't know about that though, because you just left a guy gagged and sedated in a room, so it's probably a one shot.
There's straight up action that you can take to do that in the past. So
we could retcon it to say we scouted around the whole building. And how many retcons do we have left?
Total 6. You have 2.
I don't think it's worth the retcon. We didn't know where the vault exactly was. Now we know where it is.
Right.
And we could come back at a later time. But yes, we do have a bound gagged man in a closet.
Yeah, we also have things like EMP device and Semtech.
Right, we're not trying to blow our way into that would definitely cause it to, stealth is over if we try to blow our way in.
I don't know if we're gonna get a second chance at this though, guys, because Eagle sedated that guy.
He won't know. He won't remember.
It's just a bad hangover for him.
The camera.
Well, Callum's not there. He's drinking vodka in a room, so he can't comment on what the other party
Jade
should
and
do.
Edward, you got choices to make.
I have no idea what to do. Edward, do you have any ideas?
You can try breaking in to the vault.
I'm making it. I'm
Or
just gonna
not.
say, Luke. I used one of my retcons, and we scouted around we made a detailed map whole exterior of the building, noting where all the windows were on each floor. And at this point, as I stand before this vault, I compare it to my map and see if I think there's a window outside that if Jade teleported out, then she could teleport into the vault.
Okay, yes, there are windows on the outside of the vault, but they are also opaque.
And not ones she could get through.
Right. So the vault does have windows, but you cannot use them to see and teleport in. Although they do appear to be not bulletproof. So
We're able to tell that by looking?
well, it's a detailed map. It's an action. I'm going to give it to you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not complaining. I was just surprised.
So I would just open up the option for you if you wanted to try to break them and teleport in that way.
Like a very good vault.
I mean, it has windows on it. I mean, it's not that great.
Yeah.
So you're saying the windows on the other side of the vault?
It has windows to the exterior of the building inside the vault. So you cannot see it from the inside of the building, but you can see it from the outside.
So you're saying we could break it and then get into the vault?
Yeah, if you break the exterior windows, then you have a chance to get into the vault that way.
Okay. But we have to be outside, you're saying?
Yes.
Do we have any indication in this entire time where we thought Gabe was? I keep getting hung up on that.
No, the only area that was a potential for Gabe before you went into the FSB was the third floor since Tomislav had never been there before. But you went there and there were cells, but he was not in any of them.
Yeah, and then we have intel, like there's possible intel document locations other than the third floor are the director's office on the 8th floor and the secured vault on the 6th floor. But I'm
Which is
wondering
where you are at.
because there's that red door. You guys didn't go through the red door, right?
No, our psychic warning tells us not to.
But then there's also the red cabinet, which is in the 8th floor
Let
in
me
the
read the
director's office.
psychic warning again.
So
Try it on the path foretold, find your crystal controlled. Oh, he's going to be controlled. That's not great. The place where nations die, escape the depths by taking to the sky in this world. Choose to fight, to survive, beware the queen. Okay, choose to fight or choose unseen sounds like, the option of fighting our way through things or doing stealth. And then to survive, beware. She may seem the toughest of foes, but in his mind, she also knows when eyes open on chapter. Okay. Be aware before opening things have read. You could wind up noticed, caught, or dead. I mean, I guess it's not an explicit saying don't do it. It's just it's kind of probably a be careful. Maybe we try does the red door have a camera on it?
No.
I'll tell you what, how about this? Let's go back to the red door and let's at least listen at the red door and see if we can hear anything on the outside.
Okay.
I don't know if this is a good idea or not. Do we know if there's windows that see into the room beyond the red door then?
No, there are not. It goes towards the middle of the building, and the vault goes on the end. It's a weird building layout.
What color red would you say? Is it like a blood red, or is it like a fire engine red?
It's more of a crimson.
Is it fresh painted, or is it
No,
worn
it's
with
old.
time?
Yeah, it's old. It's
Old.
rushed. Yeah, they painted it once and never tried again.
Okay.
Okay, so you go up to the door. You do hear voices on the inside. You have to roll.
How many voices?
At least 3 distinct voices, 2 men and a woman. But as you approach, the voices, one of them stops. The other 2 continue.
Uh-oh.
And the door opens.
Oh, I don't like this.
And before you stands one of the people on your list, Void.
Oh no!
What was Void's ability?
He is,
Void, power unknown, can blind opponents, keep distance. He's also blind and German. Guten Tag.
Right. He says in Russian, "What are you doing here?" And before you could get a chance to answer, he looks at Jade and he says in English this time with a German accent. Yeah, that's a fancy translator.
Oh, he can hear it in your
That's
ear.
Standard issue.
Ooh.
Speaking specifically at Jade, and he's speaking in English.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Smooth.
What did roll? Persuasion. Guess that's not technically a lie.
They are new issue.
Why, yes, they are. Oh my god, I do not have a good persuasion.
It's fine.
This whole situation.
Oh, I got 19 total.
So you say yes, that's it?
Yes.
Jade, don't break character.
He says, I don't know who you talk to find such a unique tool. I gotta try hard to do German mix with German, Russian. Yeah. I struggled my first year here with learning the language. I don't know if you know me. My name is Dietrich. My reputation around here precedes me. I can tell just from this conversation that your heart rate has increased.
You don't know that. Jay should have to roll for her constitution of if she can stay in character.
I mean, Void's power is unknown, and he can
Yeah.
blind opponents.
Yeah.
No, because perception stuff, a deception roll doesn't really. It's not something you can hide. Your heart has to beat. I mean, no rolls.
Well, your
No.
reputation has preceded you. What's your name?
Diedrich.
Diedrich. I am nervous just being in your presence.
I was so nervous early on too. I didn't know anybody. Perhaps I can take you out to dinner.
All right.
You didn't say yes. You got to say yes or no.
Yes.
One-liner. Come on, keep in character.
Yes.
You must have done something very impressive. There's not many female officers.
Why, thank you. Yes, it would be great to have a conversation outside of work to get to know the great Dietrich better.
The Great Void.
No, that the void is a nickname internal
Yeah, I
to
know.
us.
I was joking.
Don't say it out loud.
What is your name?
What is the name on your
Thanks.
ID?
Oh, am I sorry? I don't know if I because I'm obviously English speaking.
Yeah.
So am I portrayed as American, or do I have to come up with a?
I think you could go with any
guess I
name
probably
that's
sound
appropriate for your
American.
character.
Well, I will just say, he started speaking to you outright in English without you doing anything.
Since this is a first, Sandra. My name's Sandra.
I've never met a Sandra before. How can I contact you again? Can I have your phone number?
We have burner phones, I
Sounds
think.
Spanish. On
Well, yes, of course. That would be the only way.
Well, I was gonna say, would our multi-tool count as a phone?
What?
What? Yeah, what multi? You have phones.
Yeah, we have
Do we?
phones. Yeah.
Oh, they're on the character sheets. I was looking at the list of equipment. I'm sorry. Carry on.
Well, because also in the poem it said we can trust the rook or the knight, so he might be one of those.
Maybe it's the knight because he's blind.
Well, yes, put your number in my phone.
There might be a slight problem with that.
He's
Okay.
blind.
Yeah.
He can't
Oh.
type it.
Sorry.
You can just tell me. I have a great memory.
Get his number. Don't give him yours.
Can I put your number in my phone? Can you tell me your number?
Of course. My number is whatever Russian number.
555?
Yeah.
5555.
Russian.
8665.
Yeah. Except for, do Russian phone numbers have 7 digits? I don't even.
They have 11 or 12, I think.
Who the hell knows?
Yeah, he gives you a fat. Are you gonna actually put this into your phone?
Yeah, I think it'd probably be good intel to have.
Okay. He says, I look forward to meeting you. Are you free Thursday?
What is today?
Tuesday?
Tuesday. Yes, I'm free.
Call me tonight, and we can discuss the details of where we want to go. I know a great American restaurant. We can talk about how you came to work here.
Sounds like a plan.
He says, now you wouldn't be planning to stand me up.
Why would you say such things?
Deception.
Actually, I would feel like we would actually want to meet up with him because he could be like an inside agent.
That's what I was thinking.
Like, I think we would definitely meet up with him.
He thinks you work there.
Oh.
Oh,
Alright,
so
well,
so I'm rolling for deception.
Are you trying to deceive him?
Yeah, well, unless you plan on actually meeting him.
Well, that's what I was saying. We would plan on meeting. This is good intel. We would probably be able to get more information.
Yeah,
I
so
feel
I
like
mean,
we
if
would
you're
100%
totally
meet him.
planning on meeting him, then don't like throw a question at him. I mean, to deceive him.
If you actually plan on doing that, then roll persuasion instead of deception.
He doesn't feel confident that you actually care for him as a person. Validate his feelings.
I don't know which is higher for you.
Are you gonna determine
Gaslight
whether
him.
to lie with your stats? Well, I'm better at lying, so I'm just gonna go with that.
Depending on what is higher, I mean, that kind of lends to what kind of a person or character you should be playing anyway.
Are you a mean girl in high school, you know?
Yeah, I have a 3 in deception and a 1 in persuasion.
Yeah, you gotta be like that cool girl.
I'm so not that girl. I'm not awkward. Okay, so I roll for persuasion.
Yeah, if you're gonna show up.
I got 6.
6.
Yeah. Total.
He
Our
says,
frickin' rules. All right.
I've heard that tone before. Well, if you don't show up, maybe we can see each other again in the future. I'll look you up.
Broke a man's heart. Just right there.
If you're sure, like I said, I am down to meet up when you are.
Then he says, would you like to come in? These are our sleeping quarters. It's Russian. Right? These are our sleeping quarters. I can't do it. It's hard. It's hard to mix between Russian and German. These are our sleeping quarters. He motions behind himself inside the red room.
Yeah, just skip the date. Just go straight to the sleeping quarters.
There's also a kitchen. You can have a drink. I can introduce you to the rest of the team.
Yeah, sounds good to me. Can my friend join?
Of course.
All right, let's do it.
Just imagine me standing there awkwardly this whole conversation.
Just super quiet.
Okay. Inside, you see 2 people talking, a man and a woman. They are in the kitchen. There's also, you see as you walk in, a series of like sleeping racks, military style sleeping racks.
Bunks.
This is a barracks. That is the word that you got wrong with goose. So yeah, Russian goose and if you want to see, this is the actual word that was on the wall. This is the actual word that was on the wall. That one means barracks.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, the K and an M. That's cool.
Yeah. So it is the barracks. You walk in, you see 2 other names that you recognize on the list. One of them, Dima Baronov Mirage, is in there. And then the other one is Fekla Orlova, Boa.
What were Mirage and Boa's powers?
Boa is a...
Enhanced speed and strength and strong grip. Good at hand to hand. Strangles you. Mirage. Complex illusionist. Psychic attacks. People tend to lose their minds after interaction. He is a man.
What?
Yeah, because Dima was androgynous. So, tell you that it's a man. Yeah, so Dima, the man, and Fekla, the woman, are talking. So Boa, the woman, Mirage, the man, are talking in the kitchen in Russian. They see you enter with Void, and they give you a strange look, and they say in Russian, "Hey, Dietrich, who are they?" When Dietrich answers back, "There's some new recruits. I wanted to introduce them to the on-duty officers."
I lift my hand up to wave.
Okay. Boa walks over to you and puts her hand out to shake.
Don't shake Boa's hand. That's a bad idea.
He is strong.
I don't know if we have a choice here. To like this point, we're kind of
I don't
playing
think
off.
it's a bad idea, you know.
Yeah.
But she'll
I-
strangle you.
I put out my hand, squeeze it, and firmly and shake.
We'll do this as a contested strength.
Ooh,
So-
my.
Go ahead
Oh.
and roll and add your strength.
Okay.
It's like an unofficial arm wrestle.
17.
You squeeze with all your might. She smiles and crushes your hand.
Oh God.
Not damaging, but like to let you know that she is
Her grip strong.
stronger than yours. She says in Russian, Dietrich here is a nice man. We can't have just anyone come in. How did you get up here? Who invited you to come to this building?
Do we have anything in our intel that would give us a good answer for this one?
Other than just throwing Yuri under the bus.
Tommy
Or
Slow.
Tommy, sorry, yeah, Tommy.
Would Tommy still work? I don't know if that's such a good idea.
I mean, that's the truth.
Thomas
It was-
is like he's like a mid-level middle management. So you could use him, but it may not be high enough to convince, because the 8 of these guys, the 8 operatives that are here, are the like high-ranking Danielle and Jeff of FSB. So these are the like upper echelon of the organization. Any middle name might be suspicious.
Do we know any of the names? Like, did we get intel on any of the names?
Well, you've heard me and Callum. You've overheard that the mountains up here, Piotr.
But so we should lie and say the mountain got us in?
Well, we would say Piotr, but not the mountain. But
Oh, Piotr.
yeah, but I guess that's an
Peter.
option.
Yeah, he's the only one that's not in the room with you.
Yeah. So that is an option. Otherwise, you can use Tomislav's retcon.
To not go in the red room.
No, to get the right intel for this situation.
Yeah, is that an option for the retcons?
Yeah, if you want to close that door and stay in the hallway, that's not.
No, I didn't mean that one. I meant like to have Tommy Slav have us gotten a good name if we, to throw out, like, especially if one of them was like not, in Moscow right now, and we could throw out that name. It's like, oh yeah, this person who's not around to like, because the Piotr's just downstairs,
upstairs. But yeah,
upstairs, whatever.
that's a valid use.
Do you want to do that, Jade?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. We'll use Tommy Slav's retcon for that.
Tomislav gives you the name of whatever the Russian equivalent of this Secretary of State.
Their foreign minister.
Sure.
That's what it would be. So,
Foreign minister. The
Sergei Lavrov in contemporary times.
yeah, that's not who it is here. It's Dmitry Morozov.
Okay.
I remember his campaign. Well fought.
They were actually able to hack into his government email and get you some sway with, like, if anyone were to ask. So you can use Dimitri's name as a get out of jail free card. So you have that at your disposal. So long as they don't like straight up call and or he doesn't show up or something, it should hold up. As long as they don't talk to him directly, basically, it's a credential that should hold up.
So we
So-
say Dimitri.
Yeah, Dimitri. So you answer our question with Dimitri invited us.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because it's an action, I'm not going to have you roll a deception. She snickers at that. She goes, Dimitri. She says the translator picks up some like profanities, Russian profanities. That little piece of shit. Of course, he would invite anyone who asks to come here. I remember when this facility used to be top of the line, not open to the public. We're in dark days. Mirage behind, like back in the kitchen, kind of smiles a little bit. He says to Boa, those were the days. Now they'll let any filth in here.
Filth.
Referencing towards you. Yeah.
Hurtful.
Yeah. What? Who said?
Boyd comes to your defense. He says, now, comrades, that's no way to speak to fellow soldiers. We've all sacrificed to be here, some more than others. He says, aside to you, he says, maybe it's best you go. They're clearly in one of their moods.
Before we go, can we get like information on, like, I guess we already know what the room looks like and what's in the room.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like it's a barracks. So it has like a kitchen, it has sleeping areas, it has showers.
But no geese.
No geese, fortunately.
Nothing that we need to like remember in our brains is like this is an important room or whatever.
No,
Besides-
there's there's like offices in there too, but in like a ready room, and it's internal to the building. So this area operates as basically the on-duty powered individual patrol unit that's always on. All of them kind of sleep there, but only half of them or so are on duty at one time. And so the 4 that are here now are Mountain, Mirage, Void, and Boa.
Gotcha. Well, now that we know they're here, we probably shouldn't try to get into the vault. Well, it's been nice meeting everybody. Look forward to working with you guys. And see you later.
Boa mutters something about choking on a pig.
That's nice of them.
Wait. Are you saying this in English?
Yes. I have to. I can't speak.
Yeah?
I haven't been speaking. But I thought we knew this.
No, only Void knows this.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
I want to play this.
I'm an American intern, okay? I don't speak the Russian yet.
Okay. They are going to just scoff. They're going to insult your choice of using English too. So they're going to
Just reaffirming their hate for you.
Yeah.
What? Didn't do anything to them.
Yeah, but you don't speak good language.
Can't even speak Russian in the Russian building, the Russian headquarters. Disgrace.
Well, as fun as this has been, I walk out, a little huffy.
Void walks you to the door and he says, "How long are you on duty today?" Oh, he's Russian or he's German, right? How long are you on duty today? So, it's a weird way to, whatever. We'll go with it.
Whatever the current time is, plus 2 hours.
I was gonna say a couple more hours.
Okay, well, I look forward to hearing your message. It's almost French. God, I can't do German. I look forward to hearing your message. Make sure you tell me where you got your translator. I maybe I'd like one for myself. Russian. God, I can't.
Thanks for your kindness, and I will speak with you soon.
I look forward to it. Auf Wiedersehen.
We could put a tracker inside the translating device when we give it to him. We could plant a bug in the listening device.
You could literally just track him with your eyes as well.
Yeah, but, later.
Oh, okay.
When we give him his translator device, but we bug it first.
Okay. He walked you to the door, says his goodbyes, and closes the door and walks back into to be with Boa and Mirage. So you're back in the hallway, and we're going to go back to Callum drinking.
Oh, no.
You are 5 shots deep at this point. The mountain says we should probably return to our posts. Putin has way with getting on everyone's nerves.
Yes, he does.
Thank you for these lovely drinks. I feel like they've gone through me. Is there a bathroom nearby I can relieve myself before we go back to post?
Yes. Down the hallway to the right, there's... I'm almost going German with this guy now. I can't mixing up my accent. Down the hallway to the right, there's a bathroom. It's nice private stall. You're welcome.
Thank you, friend. I'll meet you back at the door shortly.
Very well.
I would say, if possible, I would attempt to, once he leaves, I feel like Callum would maybe go for the red safe.
Okay. So he walks back to his post. Are you going to... the office is... I can say line of sight to the conference room, but it's all the way down at the other side of the building. So it would still be... You'd be in line of sight if you stood out in the open, but if you dashed by, you might be able to get through without being noticed.
Dash by through
your post that you're standing in front of, the conference room where you were on guard before, and Putin's office are within line of sight. So the mountain could see Putin's office door from where he's standing, but it is on the it's on the end of opposite ends of a very long hallway. So it would be a difficult task for him to notice unless you stood out in the open for a long time or something.
Gotcha. I mean, I would think maybe Callum's flight would be able to be used, but I wouldn't say it max speeds, but he could probably zip from one edge to the other.
Yeah, if you wanted to. It's up to you.
I mean, I think that's what he would probably do. Is just he would wait. He would act like he's going, and then do a quick double back to see if he can get access to the safe.
Okay.
And then what type of what locking mechanisms? How do I gain access to inside of it?
To the safe.
Yes.
It is mounted to the wall, and it has a keypad and iris scanner. So those are the tools that you'd have to get around to access.
And then is it a 9 keypad, like a 9-digit like regular keypad, or is it some crazy like the tumbler lock? It's like a digital keypad, right?
Yeah. Like 9-digit. No.
Would it be something that I could just plug our multi-tool into to have Sunny break into?
Sunny, if Sunny accesses anything, it is a guaranteed increase to your suspicion.
Because I don't think Callum would just. I don't think I would have the hacking skills required. I could either physically break into it or require. My 3 options are: Sunny breaks into it, I physically break it, or I mark it somehow so that we can come back at a later time.
Because don't we have like the spy cam?
Yeah, you have a spy cam. 1 sec, I have to go get a spider.
Good luck.
Be right back.
And that was the last we heard.
Who knew spiders were so vicious?
Oh dear.
Quick, while the DM's away, what are we gonna do?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a tough one because the iris scanner.
Steal one of Putin's eyes.
Go gouge it out.
My thought is almost sleep canister to put both the Mountain and Putin down, and then grab Putin and use him to get the iris. But then you wouldn't be able to get the electronic lock, which is why you would need Sunny. And if you're getting Sunny potentially could just do both. I don't know.
I mean, we'd have to fight Putin and the Mountain.
No, just sleep canister him. Just put him out.
Yeah, but I feel the Mountain's gonna resist that. He's probably got some high constitution or something.
Fortitude?
Yeah.
That's how you resist it.
Yeah, same thing, right? Not really, I guess. Fortitude does so much more in this game.
Yeah, fortitude. And it's tied with your stamina. So people that have high stamina have high fortitude.
Right.
You were going to try to turn around, go straight back to the office after he left. And then what was the plan?
I don't really picture Sunny being able to hack it. That's just me, though.
Isn't Zack pretty good at hacking?
Yes, but Zach's in a conference room.
Well, I know, but we could come back with Zack.
Is hacking just a technology check?
Yeah.
I'm pretty good at technology. Maybe I could.
I also have the ability to do it even while in combat and be successful.
Oh, okay. I don't have that.
I mean, I'm just thinking, not that we're going to need to do that, but I have an advantage with it, so to speak.
Yeah, I have a trained +1, or I have a rank of 1 in technology, so probably not great.
I think that's your call to make, though, man. This is your split instance, so go ahead and make a call, and we're going to roll with it.
Agreed.
Okay, I think the deciding factor is when the guard was put down by Edward and Jade, was there any radio notification? Because we don't have any contact with each other while we're inside the building, do we? Or are we saying the translators act as radio devices?
Yeah, no, you can hear each other. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we would have alerted you guys if we had the ability to. If we don't have the ability to, that.
Yeah, you guys can hear each other the whole time. And I think you mean, was there an alert on the guard's end? And there has not been. There's been no suspicion raised inside the building for...
But Callum knows that a guard was knocked out.
Yes, assuming that they told everybody, but I assume they would.
You could ask Jade for Void's phone number. It's probably the answer to the keypad.
Putin and Void, you really have that type of relationship.
He's into blind dudes.
Mm-hmm. German. Oh, yeah.
Hello. Is there any wear pattern to indicate, what of the keys were used?
A very difficult perception roll.
A perception?
Hmm?
I have a +6 in perception. I will roll a perception check on the safe to see if Callum notices anything about it, like make models, if certain keys are worn differently. Maybe the code is written somewhere in Putin. Could I say a perception check on the whole office to see if I see, it written down somewhere? Or would I say just the safe I want to do a perception check on?
Sticky noted to his monitor.
Yeah, right. That's the best, most secure way to keep. You want a perception roll the whole office?
Either the whole office or just if we want to say like just the safe.
So there is a mechanic around this. This is not a perception roll if you're going to do it this way. This is an investigation roll. So if you want to perceive a single item, sure. But if you're going to do it in area, there is a mechanic built for investigation.
Okay, I have investigation trained as well, so I'm okay with doing that too. Okay, I'll say I want to do an investigation of the office to see if I can find anything that may be related to the safe or anything at all. Here we go.
So there's a piece that I should explain before you do this.
Do it.
Investigation rolls have a time element to them.
Oh, like I have to spend a certain amount of time in there?
I'm gonna look up the actual numbers real quick because we haven't done. You guys skip over investigation checks so much.
All right, that was Luke telling us we should spend more time investigating.
I wrote a whole session on the fixer for investigation, and you guys went straight to fight him immediately. So I was like, okay, I'll throw away all the investigation stuff.
Callum smash safe.
Yeah.
Save investigation check.
So,
I mean, in defense of what we did, our plan worked.
Okay, here's an alternative. You said it's bolted, right? Like to the wall or to an object or something?
yeah, I said it's mounted to the wall. Yeah.
And I'm in his office on the 8th floor. Is that right?
Yes. Okay. Here's the mechanic.
Are you about to like take this and zoom away?
I was thinking of throwing it out the window with a tracker on it.
Oh my god.
To determine how long it takes to search a given area, take the total area measurement, rank, add 2. So their example is searching 60 square feet or an 8x8 room-ish takes 1 minute. Okay, so an 8x8 room takes 1 minute to search. Searching a square mile takes 2 hours.
Okay, well, his office isn't that big, but probably like a minute to 2.
Yeah, his office is probably going to take you around 5 minutes to search.
That's a long...
It's not unreasonable, though.
You gotta wash your hands. Maybe you're a good hand washer.
I'm drunk stumbling, Yeah, all right. I think I'm going to do the investigation check.
I forgot about that. Roll fortitude.
Oh, sweet jeez. Okay. Callum's going to be vomiting all over himself. Fortitude is a 4. Let's go. Bap. 15 on the die. My fortitude rank is 8. So would that be 23 or 22? I did my math way. Hold on. Yeah, his ranks is 8. Base values 4. Purchased ranks is 4. Ranks is 8. Is that right?
Yeah.
So 8 and 15.
And it's enough. You're drunk, but you can hold yourself.
I have that college level intoxication built up. Immunity. Okay, so now I'm going to roll the investigation check. Yes, and the investigation check is just my investigation of +6 plus die. Okay. Boop. 8 plus 6 is 14.
It's not enough to notice anything that would help you break into the safe. There's no notepads or sticky notes or anything like that. The computer password protected. There's no...
Do I sense that I have any time to specifically just perception check the safe? Or are we saying that the investigation is that total?
No, I included that check with the investigation.
So I couldn't do a separate perception check?
No.
Okay.
You spent 5 minutes in the room figuring it out.
I know. Would Callum be able to radio to his team and be like, have safe, break out, yes, no?
You're alone. You could say the whole sentence.
Well, I don't want them because, what if I know that Void can hear people on the earpieces? Maybe I'm trying to keep it secret, safe.
I mean, you've been 5 minutes. At this point, Putin's nose deep in my neck, so I don't know.
So, yeah, I mean, feel free to radio and ask them.
Well, shoot. Callum wants to take this to the extreme of just if there's a window in the office, he wants to open the window and he wants to rip the safe out of the wall and throw it out the window with a tracker applied to it.
Okay.
This is some wild fudge. Love it.
Yeah, and then at the same time, he's hoping to use his incredible speed to like go to the bathroom, and then like you'd be like, "Whoa, what happened?"
Just gonna be like, I was in the other room. Yeah, I don't know what this.
Yeah, I mean, like even if he has to fly outside the building and back into the bathroom, you know, or just like zoom from the hallway.
A difficult check.
But he's got the speed for it. I don't know, guys. I need my soundboard. I need my sanity check to say this is bad idea. Don't do it. Or
I mean,
Alex
we're kind of
is just-
hitting some dead ends here as part of the problem. We didn't get anywhere with the vaults.
I mean, I think it
Retcon the
sounds fun.
Yeah. We retconned the vault outside of the building.
I don't think that's how retcons work, but I liked it.
Mhm.
I think Callum's wanting to do that real bad.
I think you could also retcon. You could retcon Tomislav to be out there waiting, to just pick it up and drive off with it.
Have him just leave. So that's an option, but he has been ordered to the 8th floor.
What if we brought just a spare lackey from Phi, and that's a retcon?
Yeah, you could do that. That's an action, but you could do it.
This is like Ocean's 11 style, though, right? So Tomislav is supposed to, at this moment, be like, "Oh, I'm so sick," and leave and get out in his getaway car and wait for the safe to get thrown through the window.
I feel like none of this should be happening, and this is all a massive train wreck. But I'm loving it.
That's why we have the retcon. So this is what it's supposed to be like.
Uh,
Your call, buddy. This is your moment.
Got one shot to shine. I'm scared because I don't know how important these things are going to be, but we're still trying to find this information to find our guy because we haven't found our guy or any information leading to it.
Text.
Semtex. What, you want me to set Semtex in the office, throw the safe out, then
No.
when everyone runs to the
Semtex
office...
is a funny chant, but don't actually do the
Okay.
Semtex.
I was just messing. This is your moment, so.
It's like, that's a little brutal for Ocean's 11,
I mean,
but alright, guys.
How much noise do you think you'll make ripping it out of the wall? Because
I mean, that's okay. So, like, what is the safe mounted into? How loud is this going to be? This is a genuine question because I think this is going through Callum's head of like, I want to get the safe out of here.
Doesn't that depend on how good of a control over gravity you have?
There'll be a strength check involved in this for sure.
I'd be using a very specific power for it.
You're going to use your power though?
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah, Callum would just be touching the box and then having it just rip itself out of the wall.
Gravity shot. Right?
Yeah.
6. Okay. So basically, for all your move object type things, it basically acts as your strength. So your strength is 6. So you have the strength to pull, what is it? 3,200 pounds. So 3,200 pounds is probably enough to tear it off of whatever it's mounted to.
But how loud would it be? Like, is it like just plastered in, or is it like concrete bolts that would be like, a building coming down loud?
You can expect it to be noticed. It's not
A nitroglycerin truck driving through, concrete plant. Damn it, backwards.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can't tear open a wall in a building without people.
and you use gravity to make a cone
I'm
of
opening
silence.
I'm opening
There you
the window to shoot it out. I don't want it to go through the wall. I want it to like be ripped free from its moorings and then out the window. It quietly as possible.
This is probably not possible to do quickly.
I know, right?
I want to silently demolish this building.
Also, if it's too heavy, then Tomislav's just going to be stuck out there like, what the guys?
That's a good point.
I am not even going to use Tomislav. I'm still for the thing that I'm just going to throw a tracker on it and then yeet it out the window.
Okay. So you throw a tracker on it, it ends up outside, and then what? Like, what are we hoping is going to happen
I
here?
was wondering if anyone was going to go there. There's literally zero forethought.
We were
What
just going to
happened
go get it later, like once everything dies down.
They're gonna bring it back inside. Where did we track it to? The building we just threw it out of.
No, that's why we use a retcon point to have Tomislav out there.
But somebody's got to be strong enough to carry the damn.
No, I'm talking miles, people. I'm saying send this thing into the boonies.
Oh, you
put it
can
into
you
low
can
orbit.
launch it that far?
Oh, I guess he could.
Okay, I thought it was just landing on the ground below. Now that you're talking about chucking it miles away, this is.
What if the impact destroys the tracker?
You can't throw it miles. You got
Yeah, what is the distance? I guess it'd be good to understand my powers.
you got an eighth of a mile or a quarter mile.
That's still enough.
It's not a lot. Not in the middle of the city.
Yeah, somebody's gonna notice a safe falling from the sky within a quarter mile.
I'm saying retcon it so Tomislav is there. He'll like be.
Or we would have someone else. We would have a hired driver. I don't think we would use Tommy, because Tommy's our main guy getting in. Because without Tommy, it would be...
We have a whole team of guys.
Yeah, if you did use Tommy, it would probably burn him.
Okay, I'm all in favor of setting up camera to get code to safe for later reconnaissance.
But it requires an eye, and then it requires us sneaking back in again. I'm not in favor of that.
Okay, you're in favor of rip it out of the wall, go to, I'm gonna say pumice stone over the radio, which is our secret code word for it's about to get loud. And then, I mean, if this is a retcon point, Callum is going to spend a retcon point to be like, I'm going to have, we're gonna have a driver set up outside. Because we had Edward do a full reconnaissance of the place earlier, so we have the whole building mapped out. We knew where Putin's office was going to be, so we're going to have someone parked outside as Callum's retcon point to catch the safe.
Like a team, just to make
Our
sure
team.
they lift it into the safe into a car, right? Yeah,
So Callum is taking a point to set up a team outside.
Yes.
because he's going to be throwing safes out the window.
Hmm.
Like a crazy person.
Okay, so you're gonna huck this thing out the window.
I'm hating that we didn't actually take the plot of Ocean's 12 more seriously, because we could have been the team that responds to this break-in, and that's the Ocean's 12 joke, is that they're the FBI agents that leave the casino.
That's
You know,
Ocean's
we could have
11
done
still,
this.
but yes.
Or yeah. Okay, boom. I am taking away my last point. Callum now has 0 retcon points. He is setting up a team,
Okay.
and we're going to rip this safe out of the wall.
All right, or I guess you're using your power, so we'll see what happens. You tear it off the wall with ease. It launches out the window exactly where you had planned. It's sailing through the air. Remember, about 2 seconds after you throw it, it explodes.
What the fudge?
I would have to say the second Callum threw it, he's already moving directly back to the bathroom to be as far away from the office as possible.
The remnants of the safe continue to fly through the air.
Well, that was unexpected.
I mean, gravity would start affecting them as normal, so if they had any mass, they would start falling down.
Yeah, they continue to fall towards where your crew is.
Okay. I mean, once the safe's out of the wall, it's out of Callum's hands. Now Callum is just trying to ensure the mountain doesn't kill him. Or find his hand in that, loud noise and
All right.
subsequent explosion.
The proverbial cookie jar.
Yeah.
Now,
Hand out of cookie jar very
we're gonna
thoroughly.
go back to Zack.
Oh, hold on. I kind of missed a little bit of what just happened. What?
So
Callum took the safe, took it, and then threw it out the window. Once it left the room, it exploded.
Oh,
Yeah. So that's what we're dealing with.
okay.
Okay.
Fireworks.
But there's a team on the ground that are going to handle that situation.
Thanks for the scrap metal.
Team Gravity.
Okay, what does Callum say after he sees the safe explode in the air?
I think it's the saying that cool guys don't look at explosions, because I think he was back turned to the office when that happened.
Got it.
Oh, figured he'd say something like shiitake mushrooms or something.
Jesus, no. The sacred tomes.
You head back to the bathroom.
Yes, at speed.
Zack, you feel the ripping of that safe from the wall in the room that you're in. The building shakes from it. And then you hear the explosion outside, and so does Putin sitting next to you.
Does that happen often, Putin?
He basically exclaims, what the and rushes out of the room to one of his guards. Exactly, there you go. So he rushes to talk to one of the guards about presumably what just happened. He's out of earshot of Edward. Zack, sorry. You hear from we're gonna patch into how about this? I'll let you pick. Since they're your action, Callum, what's the name of the guy in the truck?
The name of the guy in the truck?
Yeah, the guy that you threw it to.
I'm gonna call him Dale.
Dale.
Driver Dale.
Dale Earnhardt III.
I was actually thinking Dale Earnhardt. Like, who's a good driver? Dale.
Dale Earnhardt III? Is that what we're doing? Or just
No, just Driver Dale.
okay. Driver Dale. Is his name Driver?
I think he has introduced himself as Dale. I think
Driver could be his nickname. I like this. Like, hey, I'm Driver Dale. People, I'm Dale. People call me Driver Dale.
Okay.
Like Baby Driver, but Driver Dale.
Okay, so you hear over comms, Driver Dale checks in. That was Driver Dale's. Maybe Southern?
Eastbound and down.
He's probably Russian.
Driver Dale? Hell no.
Driver Dale is from Tennessee.
He's he wrecking from down south, and he comes on the radio. He says, "I don't know if you expected scrap metal, but that's what we got down here. There's not much left of this safe."
Would Driver Dale be able to tell us the same?
Gather what you can and get out. Don't get caught. Super's on scene.
Do you want me to take the keypad? There's not really anything left on the inside.
Ooh, take whatever's at hand, like easy to grab. Even if it seems like scrap, just grab it.
I'll get what I reckon will work.
If there's any papers, I can read
Good luck,
them.
Dale.
Just get the paper.
There's mostly ash. I'll grab it all. Driver Dale
Cool.
out.
Good luck, Dale.
All
And
right.
we'll meet at the rendezvous.
So he loads up what he can. So we're going to go back to Zack, who is now aware that the safe is blown apart and alone in the room with all of the
Yoshi?
guards rushing towards Putin's office. Putin comes back into the conference room and he says, there seems to be something going on. Are you part of this?
What is going on?
I think we might have some questions for you. We're going to escort you down to our holding cells.
What?
Where is your bodyguard?
I believe Callum would probably be like, well, yeah, right outside.
My guy's outside, your guy isn't.
Okay, let's find him.
Let's. And so he leads you outside. I suppose by that time Callum's probably coming back from the bathroom.
Oh, yeah, he's probably running, back from the bathroom, acting like, oh no, what's all going on? Maybe his hands
I'm here
are
to
still
protect
wet.
my boss.
Yeah. He's pulling up his pants as he's running.
That's an image. Putin says, "You're a terrible bodyguard. Where were you?"
I was relieving myself in the bathroom. I was leaving him in your bodyguard's capable hands.
Deception.
Oh boy. I don't think I'm trained in deception. I think we found this out last time.
You got this. Just roll good.
or persuasion. I don't think I'm trained in any of those things.
Yeah, you got this. Just roll. You got this.
Ooh, 14 on the die, and
I believe in you.
deception is still not trained. So 16?
Putin's insight is not enough.
He's not a very good KGB.
No, he's not. He's not. It's the reason why he never made it president in this world. He says, "Very well, but you still need to go into the holding cell with your boss."
Callum is going to walk up to Zack and be like, I'll only follow if that's what Zack wants. Or if that's what my charge is accepting.
Yeah, no. Why are you putting us in a holding cell? We came here to do business, and I don't know what's going on, but
There has been an attack, and we want to make sure that you're not a part of it.
this is outrageous.
Callum is prepared to grab you and fly away if needed. He's already made a hole in the wall.
I'm just
Hey,
gonna
it's just
say,
like the poem.
Like, if we need to ripcord this, I'm just saying,
I can teleport Edward out too, and we can drive away. And
no, I'm literally gonna say this is outrageous, and I would like to, if
Mhm.
possible, roll intimidation so that he doesn't push us.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, come on, he's trying to push us into a holding cell, and we're obviously not.
Have you seen his stilt shoes? I don't know.
What?
He's almost 5'8" with them.
Oh. Is he really short?
Yes, Putin's
Oh.
short.
He's always like Tom Cruise short?
Is that information stricken from the internet?
Tom Cruise is short too.
5'7".
I mean, Putin. He's
Tom
not
Cruise
a tall
is
man.
5'7". Tom Cruise and Putin, same height. Never seen them in the same room.
Maybe Tom
that's-
Cruise will play him in a movie then.
I always keep getting these ads for like shoes that make you taller. I'm like, what?
I hear
Subtle
Ron
hints.
DeSantis is a big fan of those.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd like to roll intimidation if that's a thing. I just want to be like, I'm outraged. Like, you're not gonna do this to us. Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right. I rolled 12 on the dice plus 5. That's 17. He can give us an alternative. We're not going to a holding cell.
So Putin,
The DM is in control.
you got 17?
With my intimidation, yeah, 12 plus 5.
He says, it's only a formality. You'll be cleared in the next hour or two. But you have to wait in the holding cell.
You're gonna question us?
Just until we figure out what happened.
Okay, so you're not questioning us. Can we at least hang out in the cafeteria and get something to eat?
Persuasion.
I was hoping that was my intimidation. Alright, whatever. Let's do it. Alright, 11 plus 5. Give me 16.
He says, very well, but we will have guards on you in case this attack was targeted at you.
Okay, well, there shouldn't be any issue there. Let's go get some food.
He motions toward one of his guards.
And Callum's going to step in between and ensure that nobody approaches Zack. They will follow, but they will not be handled.
Putin talks to a guard for a second, and 4 guards end up following you down to the cafeteria. One of them, actually, is Tomislav.
Nice.
We give him a big wink.
Oh, no, we don't.
Callum gives him a thumbs up.
Okay.
Oh my god. Just throwing everything.
So, being escorted down to the cafeteria, and we will transition back to Jade and Edward. So, this ruckus was felt by you as well. You guys, having just left the barracks, the building shakes. You hear an explosion nearby. And then, about a minute later, Void, Boa, and Mirage all come. I was gonna say they all come running out, but I don't know how well Void is gonna be at running down. But maybe, I don't know, maybe he's like really used to the hallways and stuff.
He's probably fine, man. If he's like blind all his life, he's probably fine.
Running, I feel like blind people.
He's like, is he Daredevil levels blind or
I mean, not that high, but he's halfway there.
maybe Boa just gives him a hand and guides him,
Yeah, like holds his hand while they run together. Okay.
frolicking, laughing.
Okay, so they frolic down the hallway towards the way you came. You guys are alone in the hallway.
So they went by us.
Yes, they left you where you were.
Oh,
I was saying, are they still on floor 6 then? They're down a few floors?
Yeah, Jade and Edward, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Should we go up to floor 8 now that everybody's out of there?
Well, there's nothing left.
Whoa, yeah, we don't want to go to floor 8. That's where the things got yeeted.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
yeah,
where
but-
everybody's going.
Oh, I thought you were everybody was going down to do the questioning and stuff.
No, there's 4 guards that are going with Callum and Zack to the cafeteria on the first floor.
Okay.
But you guys never figured out the keypad dealio in that place, right? In the 6th floor.
Yeah, there's a badge reader and a keypad. Next
Should we
to
try to eat it out the window, Edward?
No.
It's like-
Well,
no, but we could go
Could we-
back to the barracks and see if anybody of them maybe wrote down a number for the keypad.
Like do an investigation?
and
Yeah.
investigate the barracks now that it's empty,
Yeah.
Yes,
based off of the
it's
square footage.
Oh, that's
Seems dangerous. I would just break it with a book.
And the barracks is a lot larger than the office.
I don't know that I can break the vault with a book. Would be cool.
I think everybody will be distracted enough, so why don't we just investigate and see if we can find anything?
In the barracks?
Yeah,
Worth a shot. Let's
because
take
you
it.
have good investigation, right, Edward?
I do actually. I have a plus 13.
Nice. Let's do it then.
The barracks is roughly 4 times the size of his office. So that is 2 elements. So it'll take 20 minutes to search.
If there's 2 of them, is it 10?
Actually, yeah, I'll allow that.
Can we
But-
focus on, and rather than investigating the whole barracks, can we investigate just the belongings of the 3 people who were just in here?
So like the bunks.
if they've got a Foot Locker or any other place where they keep personal possessions, I just want to go through their stuff.
Okay.
At least to start. If nobody interrupts us after that, maybe we'll take a appraisal of the situation and do the rest. But I want the first search, anyways. I want it to be very quick.
Okay. Going back into the barracks, you go through the racks. They do have foot lockers. I don't know what you call them.
Yeah.
That they store their belongings in. So there's 8 sets of them. It's not super. Some of them are fairly empty. Like they just have changes of clothes in them. There are a few that have books in them, like smaller books. You could take them if you want.
I mean, I don't need to take them. I just touch them.
No, I mean they're like novels.
Oh, well, no.
You can tell which one's void, obviously, because it is in Braille.
Here's an interesting. Does that count as something I can still read with my power?
Braille counts.
Cool. Good to know.
And actually, you do find some information about the vault. He has like a troubleshooting guide for the vault. It does not give a keypad code, but it lists some instructions on how...
Reset to factory default?
Yeah, I guess you could call it that. But unfortunately, the instructions to do that involve a secondary location, like a central guard headquarters operating a release simultaneously. And it also notes that once you open the vault, there is a timer on how long it can stay open before an alarm is triggered.
That's good to know.
But it does not give an actual code for it.
Is the code among the belongings of any of the others?
No.
Okay. And you didn't have me roll an investigation check. Did you want me to do that in case?
Because of your power, I'm just going to give it to you. Because you just have to touch the stuff, and then it's yours. Because it's you.
Here's the question. Does a keypad count as something like that? If I go touch the keypad, will I know what the code is?
Out of paper.
Okay.
I mean, at least we know how to bypass it if we found out where that central place was.
Does it say where the other place is?
It says Guard Central Operations.
All right.
It does not give the location of where Guard Central Operations is.
Yeah,
It's like where all the cameras are monitored and stuff.
Yeah, and that is where you would release the lock for a factory reset, basically.
Does it tell us if there's any ulterior methods of getting inside?
It lists the timer, and the only other thing it says is, should there be a breach, the vault will seal along with the ventilation shaft.
And the windows?
The air. The ventilation shaft, though, is not big enough for a person.
But what about the windows?
The windows have bars over them, so they don't really seal, but they are... You can't fit through it as a person.
Okay, but...
Maybe
Jade,
a person with line of sight.
Yeah, if we broke the window, Jade could get in. So that's something. She could still cut us out. I don't know. I mean, we're kind of hitting a dead end on getting a code for the thing. Could mean maybe there was an opportunity before and we missed it, but I mean...
Does Driver Dale have any leads on that keypad he stole from us? Or picked up from us?
No, the keypad is destroyed.
Okay.
I mean, it's damaged beyond use.
Okay, that's fair.
No, good effort, Driver Dale.
Oh, here's an update. Hey, Driver Dale can give you this update. All right, I just got down to the safe house. I recognize this pattern anywhere. This was done by a Claymore mine. Must have been attached to some.
It was a booby trap.
Yeah.
That was a red herring. Trying to send us down a false trail and
it might be just programmed to detonate if it's forced open, and maybe if you enter the code, it's fine. But
wait, the vault door is not painted red, right?
Right.
Oh, it was just the barracks.
Right. The goose is red.
The goose is red.
It makes me think of that poem actually. At the PS, you could wind up noticed, caught, or dead.
So dead is from the Claymore. Pot could be maybe we get into something that's red and it traps us in there, and then maybe something noticed is like a camera. Were there any cameras in Putin's office?
The other red thing was the door to the barracks.
Was the door to the barracks? So maybe the door to the barracks is either going to get noticed or caught?
Noticed for sure. So
we
yeah,
went through
I don't think we encountered any other red thing.
You 100% got noticed.
Mm-hmm.
You had to use an action to not get caught.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 3 actions left. You guys are in the hallway outside the vault.
Well, I guess this is
Jade has one each. Zach has one more too.
I guess this is an Edward Jade arc moment where they have to make the decisions that Callum had to make.
Yeah, and right now Jade stepped away, but she'll be back.
So, Edward, what are you thinking right now? What's going through your head?
I have no idea what to do because this is like I don't want to make the situation worse, but like I don't know. Part of me feels like there's some way to get into this vault that I just can't think of. Like there's got to be a way to do it.
Some text. Sorry, were we not doing that?
Boy, that feels really aggressive and extreme.
Are you trying to get in stealthily? Is that the?
That would be the dream. I keep thinking there's got to be somewhere we can find this damn code, and because I honestly I don't even know if our badges would open the darn thing. I'm just kind of assuming they would. Did any of the dudes in this barracks leave their badges behind?
No.
All right.
Are you sure? Slides a 20 over the table.
I mean, if you want to swipe one of their badges, you can. In the past.
How many different ways are there to get up to this floor? Is it just the only way is the way we came up, or no?
There's 2 sets of stairs and an elevator.
Okay. Is there a spot outside where if Jade were to teleport out, she could throw like a rock through the window and then be able to teleport in?
No. Jade could teleport out to the roof of the building across the street, for example. But as far as breaking windows from there, it wouldn't happen with something she threw unless she rolled really well.
You guys are in a position, though. You really could try to blow open that door and then just teleport out based on whatever you find.
I guess we could. Because, yeah, it'd be easier to break the glass from the inside, and then it's just about getting away at that point.
And Jade can just teleport you guys.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there are other options for breaking windows from the outside. Like, if she uses a gun or something. Throwing is not a great option, but shooting might be.
Wait, why don't they just blow the vault open, see what's going on in there, and then teleport out with whatever they need?
That's an option, too.
That's what I was thinking, because there's commotion going now. You guys have this commotion time to just blow the door and then teleport out with whatever you need, right?
Yeah. The main downside of that is that the vault door is on camera, so they would either do that on camera or destroy the camera before.
True. Yeah, I mean, if you guys could destroy the camera first without being seen on the camera, then...
Yeah, we can start there, but we were told that destroying the camera would attract a lot of attention.
I'm just thinking, because there's already enough attention going up to the top floor, but yeah. I guess, yeah, then they'd be coming to your position, so...
Yeah. Any way to get the people who will be watching the cameras to be distracted?
Save the explosion that happened outside.
Right, but anything else where get them out of the room, or can we disable multiple cameras at once and maybe think there's something wrong with it? I don't know if we've got any.
Yeah.
What's our little robot dude?
Sunny? Yeah, Sunny can hack.
What if we had Sunny disable every camera?
You also have an EMP.
Yeah, that's true. You could EMP the central operations.
I mean, just because Sunny raises suspicion level, but the EMP might be a little bit more ambiguous.
They will both raise suspicion.
Okay.
I would say even maybe the EMP might raise more suspicion.
Yeah, I feel like the EMP is a little aggressive.
Yeah, so I'm keeping a tally of everything that has increased your suspicion so far. It's my secret tally. And it will affect you starting the next, because you weren't noticed until this one. So now your actions are being tracked. EMP is a choice. Sunny hacking and disabling is a choice. Breaking the camera. Semtexing the door.
Semtex.
I mean,
I say we never use it.
It's a choice too.
You have retcon points too if you want to get creative.
Yeah, I just don't know how to use a retcon point to get us access to the safe. I mean, can I use a retcon point to have Tomislav get us the code?
He doesn't have access to this floor.
No, he does.
Yeah.
He does,
Oh,
but
oh,
he
okay.
doesn't have the code to the safe.
Okay. Can I use a retcon point to have him tell me who does have access to the safe?
Yeah, I'd allow that.
Do you think that one's worth it, guys?
I mean, you might have to use another Retcon point on top of that to
get to the person who has the code.
To make some impact in this moment that you have. This is which is totally fine because we have 3 points left. So
3 left, yeah.
We're not going to use any others, I don't think.
I mean, did we ever plan multiple infiltrations of this place, or was the idea we were always going to go in and out the one time?
I think we've made it to where we're only going to be in here and out this one time.
Well, okay. Then in that case, because it's partially because it's just more fun, fudge. Okay, let's get into this vault. I mean, it's definitely more risky, but we can talk about disabling the camera, clearly an important step, and then getting the vault open. I mean, is Semtex our only option? I don't know.
Semtex or the AI to hack it.
Could Sunny hack the vault, you think?
Actually, if it's just a keypad, then no. It'd just be Semtex. I'm just guessing. I don't know.
Do I think Sunny could hack the keypad? Look.
So here's how this is going to have to be. So it's going to be 1 point to figure out who knows the code. So spending an action to retcon who knows it. And then a suspicion point to have Sunny social engineer a likely group of codes out of that person.
Does that sound good to you guys, or I think I'm prepared to go with that, but I want to ask all of you.
I mean, this is your moment, man. You got this.
Let's do it. Now is the time for action.
All right. Tomislav tracks down one of the people who accesses the vault. Happens to be one of the members of the SCS bonfire. He sets up a camera in order to figure out this, but the keypad is not in a position to be monitored directly from the camera, so he sets up this camera, figures out who has access. Sunny does some social engineering to get likely codes for access that bonfire has been using for other devices and other codes, and narrows it down to a list of 4 different codes that it likely is. You try those, and the third one actually works. So the vault.
Yeah, okay. Before we go too far, this is in this scenario we disabled the camera, right?
Yes, I'm assuming.
Okay.
Yeah, you said you were planning to.
Yes.
Okay.
Confirm.
So yeah, camera's broken. With the camera breaking, a red light turns on, like a police siren, I guess, but it doesn't make any noise. It just has a red light that starts spinning on the roof, and the vault opens with the code. You and Jade go in. There are around the outside room of the vault just dozens of filing cabinets. There's also a computer, but this computer is an antique computer. Is this a GIF? Excellent. Yeah, maybe just that filing cabinet's in there. No other. So there's dozens of filing cabinets around the perimeter of the room, and a computer kind of in the middle. What's your move?
I just want to start touching all the paper and all the filing cabinets as quick as I can. Just focus on. Yep, okay. Speed.
I'll be Jade here. So Jade, as you're doing that, begins breaking the windows for your escape plan.
Yep. If we can close the vault behind us, that would also be cool, because then it would slow people down trying to get in and stop.
Yeah, I wasn't so sure if Jade was gonna try to put Sunny into the computer, but yeah, do that.
Cover our escape plan here first, and then take whatever time with the computer we have next.
Okay, the vault door closes and latches behind you, and as you're stringing your hand across these dozens of files, you get a various collection of intel. There's lots of intel about after action reports for different missions. I'll just list off the things that because there's a lot. Okay, so there's operative code names, there's safe houses, intel on political opponents, intel on FI, assassination attempts tied with FI, spy outposts, construction facilities, and then you find one that appears to be the place that they are keeping prisoners. You get the location of the facility. It has a code name of Divine Wind. You also get...
Wait, so back up. What was the name? What was the facility related to? Divine Wind is about what?
Is the name of the location for prisoners.
Okay, this is maybe where we're finding Gabe then. Okay.
Yeah, it's set in northern Russia.
Okay.
It is actually an old Cold War missile silo.
There we go. We're a place where nations die. It's a nuclear missile silo. Okay.
There's also intel on a construction facility codenamed Hyperion, along with spy houses, outposts, and bunkers. And then intel on FI, political opponents within Russia and FSB, and some operatives with codename only. So you don't actually doesn't reveal their actual names, just their codenames. Yeah, lots of intel.
I'm pretty happy with that. Okay. Nobody's I mean, I imagine I went through all those files pretty quickly.
Yes, that's 2 or 3 minutes in. At the end of 3 minutes, you hear the keypad outside. So people struggling with it, trying to open it.
Okay. Well, we didn't get to check out the computer. I think it might be time to go anyways.
I mean, you can take the computer and teleport out.
Is that an option? Can we just rip the, take the computer or rip the hard drive out and go?
I mean, you probably just take the computer. Don't worry about it. The hard drive's in it. I'm just saying it's probably not that.
Well, this is, I guess, a question to Luke. Is that an option? Can we just steal the whole damn thing?
Let me check on the weight limits for her teleport.
Okay.
So that's 50, 100, 200. How much do you weigh?
On my character. I weigh 170.
Yeah, you can take the whole computer.
Grab the whole thing. Let's go, Jade.
Okay, Jade's just about to drop back in. I'm gonna give her a quick update. She should be on in just a couple seconds here.
It sounded like we did some awesome stuff. Sad I missed out.
Edward has a bunch of intel gathered from the files.
Nice.
Because he's just like raking his hands across all these files.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny 5 from Short Circuit.
My power is useful.
I actually was wondering if, which one, if you were going to go with the safe or the vault. I was wondering how that was going to play out.
Well, the safe exploded, so...
It didn't have to.
But it did.
Cool. So where are we at now?
Oh, you are in the vault. He has the intel. You broke the windows, so you have clear line of sight across the street. And there's a computer in there, too, that you should take with you, apparently.
Okay. So I teleport across the street.
Okay.
And you leave Edward and the computer behind, right?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I grab Edward and the computer and I teleport them both across the street.
Okay. From across the street, you notice the guards that were chasing you enter the vault. They look around for a little bit. You can see them yelling in Russian. You can't tell what they're saying from that distance. Roll stealth. Just Jade.
Ooh. So 15 total.
It's good enough. They look out the window, but they see you on the roof, but it's not that odd to have people on the roof of the other building. And you're able to kind of duck down a little bit before they get a good look so they don't notice that you're in uniforms. You are in the clear as far as the building. Then the last thing we to clear up, Zack and Callum. You guys are in the cafeteria. There's 4 guards surrounding you, as well as 3 guards at the entrance. What's your plan?
Okay, so we're hanging out with 4 guards, and then there's 3 guards at the entrance, and the cafeteria is on level 1?
Yes. And it's open to the public. There's like a metal detector with guards on it, but it's generally like there's lots of egress points. But you are being guarded.
Yeah, it's this stuff. Because I'm thinking that I don't have some throwaway identity right now.
Yeah, you are who you are. We can't necessarily burn Zack as the business owner.
There's nothing except for what you did, I guess. Let's say there's nothing that they could tie to us. If they're being fair, I mean, if they wanted to just blame us, they could. But
are you gonna lay yourself at Putin's goodwill?
Yeah, I don't think they could just take out whatever they want on us. But then again, I have a reputation, so I don't know if he's just gonna do something like that when... Yeah, that would not be good.
Whatever you choose, remember you are also unarmed.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Minus Callum, your bodyguard, who's been with you this whole time. Minus the bathroom break.
And the shots.
And the shots. Sorry.
Well, I'm not sure what we should do. Do you have any ideas?
I'm almost okay with just playing it by ear and just seeing what they start doing. And if we get to the point where we're like, okay, we really need to like get out of here, we could. But I feel like, keeping our cover or identities disclosed, like, neutrals in this scenario would be good.
Playing along.
Yeah, like playing along with them.
I don't know. I mean, to a certain extent, like the kinds of powers that they have, potentially, like we're not gonna escape.
Oh yeah, because they've got the mind reader guy.
So,
I mean, yeah, no, it might be beneficial to just say,
And you also have Tommy's
Alakazam.
help too.
wait, Tomislav is with us, right? Yeah. And we have one more retcon point.
Yeah.
maybe we just have Tomislav escort us out of the building.
Okay, that may burn him, but you can do that. So he may not be able to go back and help you. But if you're okay with that, then yeah.
What do you mean go back and help us?
He's a burned asset.
Yeah.
He would not be back in the FSB.
We're not planning on coming back after what we've done. I mean, they were on camera seconds before, sedating that
Entering
guy.
in the vault. Yeah. We could just stand up and say, we're leaving. You have no grounds to hold us. Just
I don't know
play
if telling
the,
Putin that's such a good idea.
play the
Yeah.
Karen card, Act entitled. You're a big famous businessman celebrity. You're losing billions of dollars sitting around not doing anything. You've had your
Sure.
meeting with Putin. He's got your sample. You're leaving.
Sure, we can do that, but we should have a backup in case.
I think it's suspicious if you try to leave after the vault's been broken too.
I don't think they know the vault's been broken into.
They're about to find out.
I mean, yeah, but they don't yet.
They don't know that the vault's been broken into, so they don't have any reason to suspect you of more than very bad vandalism.
So the thing is it's probably more worth a suspicion point than outright being interrogated by an illusionist or a mind manipulator. So we probably are better off just sacking that suspicion point and just claiming whoa, we did not feel safe, and in the best interest to get Zack Cooper to safety, we left.
Yeah. I mean, I'm down for just walking out the front door.
Okay, and any resistance, I can try to intimidate our way out, and if that doesn't work, then are you able to bullet us out with your gravity?
Oh, yeah. I could move physical people, or I think there's a comparison that I'd have to roll against or something. I'd have to beat one of their checks to physically move them, but I could move both of us.
Okay, before we do that, though, we could also... Oh, okay, we can't sleeping gas them because we don't have a gas mask ourselves, do we?
No, yeah, you hit yourself too.
Take a real deep breath.
Yeah, that'd be extra suspicious there.
Yeah, you just pop a canister that you have.
What the hell
Oh
was that?
no, what happened here?
I didn't feel safe, so I sleeping gassed everyone and walked out.
I have it on my bat belt.
Yeah. Well, he's not Batman. I don't,
You're 3/4 there.
I mean, he's kind of like a cross between Tony Stark and Batman, right? He's more of an inventor, not like Batman at all. But I don't know. I just went to the gym and worked out, so getting there.
He's a real cool Nikola Tesla.
All right, so you're gonna try to persuade your way out.
Yeah.
Are you gonna take advantage of Tomislav's help?
Oh, we don't want to burn him.
Well, I'm almost in favor of burning Tomislav. I want to get him out because if they have a mind reader, they're going to be able to see that he was aiding us. They're going to see that, and even on the recordings, they're going to see him walking in with Edward and Jade. So, we might want...
You don't know that they have a mind reader.
It's true. We just know a mind manipulator of some sort, not necessarily a mind reader.
Oh, yeah. So we know that they have a mind manipulator, and we know that that power could exist. We've also know that they walked in with him, and they will not be walking out with him.
I mean, Tomislav is pretty much screwed.
Yeah, I feel like he's a burnt asset already. I feel like he's pulling
Are
out.
we leaving Tomislav to die? No.
No. We're just talking about using him to get out now,
Gotcha.
and then he's going to accept
Taking him with us.
burned. Yeah. So
We all three, Tommy, Callum, and Zack, need to walk out the front door together.
yeah, let's do that. We can burn Tomislav, and unfortunately, he obviously is down for this cause, so he's not gonna. I guess Spy will have to take care of him from here on out.
So, here we go. Okay, so as you're starting to walk out, one of the one of the guards that's not Tomislav around you, says, "Our orders are to keep you here. You need to sit down." And Tomislav speaks up for you. You know who this guy is. Like, we can't just be imprisoning the world's royalty. Think about what Putin would do if you hurt this guy. Let's see how he does.
Wait, Tomislav is doing persuasion?
Yeah.
Oh,
And then you roll as well.
okay, cool. But I'm like, I don't know what his persuasion is, but
Intimidation. So he's boosting your stat.
am I rolling intimidation or persuasion?
You tell me.
This would probably be in persuasion with what you just said. Or he's doing persuasion, I'm doing intimidation. Either way, here we go. Same diff. Okay, 10 plus 5, 15.
So this guy, he says, royalty. I've seen his company. The garbage he sells. I don't care who he is. Putin said stay, he has to stay.
Callum could step forward and insert himself in front of Zack and be like, my charge is to keep my client safe, and it is not safe in this building. We are leaving.
You can do intimidation as well.
Okay. It's not trained, but would I still add the +2 for it?
You're doing an...
A
it would
presence?
No.
So my presence base value is 2. Do I add the +2? Because I don't have it
Oh,
trained.
yeah. It would be in... Yeah, your persuasion, your intimidation, and your deception is
So it's-
all equal to your...
It's 16.
presence in the exchange, yeah.
16?
Yeah.
He looks you up and down. He kind of deflates a little bit and like, they don't pay me enough. Get out of here.
And we move.
Tomislav mentions that he's going to escort you guys to the door. When you guys get to the metal detector with the other guards, Tomislav tells them that Putin told him to escort you guys off the premises, and Tomislav has terrible luck, and he the guard says, "Hold on, let me confirm that."
Callum is going to push the advantage and say, you check all you want, we're leaving. And we're going to continue walking to the door.
All right, one more intimidation.
Can I roll to assist that?
Yeah.
Okay. I got a total of 9 on my end.
I also rolled a 9.
Well, I rolled a 4, but I have a +5, so I'm at 9.
You have hero points too if you want to re-roll.
I don't know if it...
Actually, Zack has luck, right?
Yeah. This is... I don't know if it's worth the luck here. I feel like we can just... Either way, we can just get out. What are they going to do? Oh, I guess I could start a fight, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I could start subtly doing using my powers to push people away from us. They would physically be unable to touch us
Well,
as we
that,
walk to the
that
door.
would probably start some combat, right?
Yeah, they could shoot at you.
Yeah.
You're bulletproof, but Zack is not. And Zack is also unarmed.
We had one more retcon point?
Yes, Zack has one more.
We don't need to retcon it. I would literally just say we're taking my movement speed at, Mach speeds and we're just shooting out the door. Like, no one would be able to stop
You're gonna
us.
grab him and fly.
Yeah, we would just be affected by gravity.
Okay.
And we would fall sideways is what it would look like. We would just start
Really?
sliding across.
Is that what you want to do?
I mean, I'm looking at Zack and I am like, I can get us out of here. You tell me. Zack's my charge.
I don't understand the repercussions of if we do that or if we intimidate them. I mean, I guess...
Well, I mean, my intimidation of a 9 isn't doing very much.
I'll use one more luck point and just see, and that'll be our backup. I'll just... Hold on.
Okay.
Okay. I rolled a 15 plus 5 is 20.
They size you up and decide it's not worth the effort.
Okay.
And they let you out.
I guess that's good. I have lots of points in presence, so it paid off.
Yeah, I was about to say that you're like at the screen door of safety, of like getting away. This is really where it's the fight at. All right, so you guys all have made it out of the building. I think that is the end of the session.
We are out. We have blown up a wall by destroying a safe. You're welcome. We've raided the vault, and then
You're welcome.
Oh, did we take notes of all those key bits of information that Edward was able to garner from the file cabinet?
I can add it.
I got like 2 pieces. I got the missile silo, which is the prisoner detainment center, and then a Hyperion, which is a construction facility. I missed like 2 other things before that.
And Edward made a good note that silo was probably the part of the poem about nations go to die.
Mm-hmm. And it doesn't matter. Edward remembers it all anyway.
Yeah, and with eidetic memory, that's
Yep.
good combo.
Yep. I can read everything instantly and always recall it.
It also lists outposts, safe house, and bunkers. So some of the facilities that people may evacuate to or hide out at. And there's also intel on Phi. So there's 2 pieces of intel that I actually didn't go over this very much, so I'll give you the details. So the intel on Phi says there's a file on 4 of the upper members. So there's a file on Danielle, a file on Jeff, a file on Janie, and a file on Gregory. The only thing of note among those is that Gregory was noted as a possible insider agent.
Of course.
So, like, targeted for recruitment is what it says on the actual sheet.
No, shut up. Wait, Gregory the force field guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you can't do that to Callum. Callum's gonna have a hard time with that.
He's been a this whole time, so you may have had a good time with him, but
There's also a note for Phi that indicate that Phi has ties with assassins, and they have been targeting powered individuals.
What? Phi's killing people?
yes.
Uh-oh, are we on the bad guy's side?
Are we the baddies?
God, I love Mitchell Weblook. They're so good.
The note for Phi's assassins, it does not have any details on who they killed or who did the killing. So it's a very vague file. So it says there have been reports of 2 Russian-powered agents that were killed by Phi.
Does it say their names?
No, it has no information about who did the killing or who was killed.
It just is a report. Does it say the dates that it happened?
Yes.
What days?
I'll get back to you.
Ah.
I didn't go that far. And then the only other pieces that that Edward picked up were information about political opponents and threats to FSB, and then a list of like spies that FSB employs, but it only has them by code name. It does not have any information about the person themselves. Okay, so yeah, that's the list of intel that you picked up.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. And then we also have a computer probably full of information too, right?
I'm a computery guy. Yep.
We'll have Zack hack it.
Zack attack. Yeah, and then you have a likely location of Gabe. Yay!
Okay, cool.
I hope everybody had fun.
I am excited.
So far, we've been able to do everything without fighting. We'll see.
I had to build the character sheets because you guys surprised me last time, but
Technically, Callum did punch the mountain, and the mountain did punch Callum. Actually, no, he didn't punch Callum. He tried.
We also knocked a guy unconscious.
Yeah, you did stab a man with drugs.
They're gonna remember what we looked like, Jade.
And
so that
you could argue Zack had a battle of wits with Putin.
I did a lot of intimidating and persuading. Yes.
next time when we start, we need to remember we stole that computer.
And I got hit on by the void.
Which I think is going to be a good lead to like either A, taking out one of their main operatives, or B, getting an inside man. That's our new inside is the void.
Well, because here's the deal. Jade was on camera, and yeah.
But so if he still meets us, that's good. If it's a trap, it's bad. But we could still go and meet the
He
void.
might be the knight or the rook. He might be on our side.
I think he's the knight. I think it's. I think it is. Callum is going to say, listen, guys, I think the void's on our side. He hit on Jade, and no one would actually do that.
Dude. Should be
We're going to
fun.
go get
You actually
Gary
know her.
out of prison.
Gary?
Greg.
Yeah.
Gabe.
I know, I was going off the bit earlier, okay?
Dave.
Gary?
Greg or Gary. You mean Gabe? Yeah, that guy.
But you have Dale.
I'm very
Take
invested.
you there.
And Dale. Yeah, Dale's going to be our driver.
He's gonna take you all the way to the northern
Okay.
Russia, where the
I think of Dale as, if you guys remember in The Incredibles 1, when Mr. Incredible goes missing, Miss Incredible calls up to her good friend, the pilot man, and steals his plane. Did you know that that was actually a cut scene? Is that the friend she calls is actually supposed to be the pilot of the plane? She was never piloting it. She was always a passenger. And they would have his hat float up, but they cut it because it was like 2 minutes of character time and they killed him off and it was like zero meaning.
interesting. That's it.
Anyways, thanks for that anecdote.
Thanks for that insight.
We did use the Semtex, right?
No.
We didn't.
How'd you get into the vault?
We
Oh, that's right. You retconned. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Hey, thanks for a great session, everybody.
Yeah, it was fun. Thanks.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Sounds good.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
This marks the end of Comrades Part 3, Retcon. It was always part of the plan. First things first, thanks for listening. Watching the view counter tick up while I'm editing helps keep me warm at night and stay motivated for editing the next one. And next, I wanted to say that I really want to hear from you. I miss you guys. Even if you are 20 episodes behind, definitely still ask questions and say, hey, links to our social medias are in the episode description, so come on over and subscribe and do all that junk. And if chatting isn't your thing, I get it. We only have to talk to each other. We don't have to talk to new people. New people are scary. Maybe instead you can just tell someone about us. That's good too. Then profusely apologize because you hyped us up too much and their sense of humor doesn't quite line up with yours, and you spend the next 3 to 5 months not recommending anything else because you want them to think highly of you, that you're someone with taste and class, and you don't normally lower your standards with such filth like Golden Squad, but it was a one-time guilty pleasure, and you want them to stop judging you for it and go back to the friendship you had before you could just bake cookies and talk about that thing Ashley told you in the hallway after 4th period to make you really question the statement Mr. Mawkins told her about the right way to hold that clarinet. I have friends still. Next time on Golden Squad, you will get to see the squad figure out where Gabe/Gary is being held and start planning the rescue mission for him. And Callum becomes an international bagel smuggler.